Hello and welcome, Lunami here. I have some big news as Motiga have dropped a news article about stamina on their State of the Game post. If anything, I feel the impact of this news has a considerable benefit to new and veteran players, anyone that found it hard to control stamina within Gigantic. But just as a side note, Gigantic is still in development and these changes are still subject to change as Gigantic is still in development, so please be aware of that. And if this is true and the game actually does come out with these stamina changes, my guide is out of date for stamina and I will be remaking a new one. Now moving on to what Motiga has planned for Gigantic and what benefits this will have on heroes and the gameplay of Gigantic in general. So let's start right off with stamina cost being removed from skills. So from the news article, this covers basically your main HUD skills, not your movement based skills like dodge attacks and jump attacks. This is the biggest one for me as I mostly play melee heroes most of the time. You like swing 3 or 4 times and you're completely out of stamina and you're useless, so you have to take a step back just to gain that regen of stamina, which leaves you in an awkward spot of when do I go in, when do I not go in, as you're constantly having to regen stamina as a melee hero, and this puts you in an awkward spot within the game. So seeing Motiga is removing stamina from skills, this is going to be a big help to melee heroes overall, and may force heroes to be nerfed, as they will benefit from stamina a bit too much. I'm looking at you, Tripp and tyto. When it comes to range, I feel like this is also going to be a good thing as it opens a lot more mobility to the range heroes, like Imani and Becket, as it lets them get around the map a lot faster and to get away from melee heroes. This still may force some nerfs to damage of these heroes in some manner as they will become a bit more powerful with mobility. The stamina cost for dodging has been increased. This is an interesting one as I feel it is mostly targeting the high movement heroes that can get about 8 to 9 dodges off. So Tripp, tyto, all things like that. Maybe Becket, you can get quite a few dodges off with Becket actually. But it's more of, they've nerfed it by about 25 stamina now, so that's about 1/4 of your stamina bar, so you're never going to be able to get those 9 dodges off that you used to be able to, or was it about 8? I forgot what it was. So now you only be able to go and get off 3 or 4 depending if you sprint into combat or don't sprint into combat. Sprinting costs less stamina. This is a big buff in general for just getting about the map and has a lower burden on players for controlling their movement speed and just getting in and out of combat zones in general, and keeps a solid game pace as you get in and out of combat. And finally we have removing the distinction between in combat and out of combat sprinting. I would have to say this is the most interesting one, in the theme of what Motiga are after in the way of gameplay clarity for new players and old players, to help them understand the game more simply by lowering the need for them to learn complex control systems and to focus more on the game at hand. This what makes me feel Motiga is going in the right direction with these current changes by helping the player worry less and learn more. Thank you all for watching, don't forget to like and subscribe, and see you all on the flip side.